Hello again, everybody. This is Noah Rosenblatt from Urban Digs. I promised you guys a Friday weekend report on the Manhattan markets. We did this last Friday. It's all on the YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to the YouTube Urban Digs channel, we'll be pumping out these reports so that you can keep track of what's going on a weekly basis. And we'll throw in some interviews with top agents in between so we get to share what they're seeing. But first and foremost, I hope everyone stays safe out there. Stay isolated. Try to work from home if you can. Try to support the businesses that are around you if you can, remotely and carefully. And a big thank you to all those people that are the first responders of this in the medical community and in the grocery stores and everything. You know, you guys are doing an amazing job. So I'm wishing everyone well first and foremost, and thank you to all those people that are fighting this war, this battle against this disease. So looking at Manhattan real estate right now. Let's just go one by one. Supply is down 300 from last week. We're about 6580 last week. We're about 6282 now. So inventory is coming down. Not surprising given what's going on. Pending sales is down 60 from last week, down a little bit. So you actually got a situation now where inventory is falling faster than demand. And that's why the market pulse is actually rising a little bit. So this is usually my leverage indicator. As this rises, it's telling me the market's getting stronger and leverage is going to sellers. And as this falls, it's telling me leverage is going to buyers, the market's getting weaker. And this has been rising. I mean, it's been rising before this whole virus hit, but now it's still rising, and you would think it wouldn't. And the reason it's rising is not because the market's picking up demand-wise. It's rising because the market is seeing inventory come off. And so that measure of supply and demand is factoring in something that hasn't happened in a while, which is buyers. You may notice a lot of inventory disappear temporarily. The good stuff might go to contract, and the stuff that just is not selling and may come off for a while. And people may be delaying listing. I mean, this is just the reality of where we're at. So I don't know. We'll find out more from the agents what they're seeing on those fronts. Days on market is rising as we expect. I expect that to continue to rise as we get through this. Monthly contract activity, that's something we're going to look at the end of the month, right? Because we're not at the end of the month yet. So we need to see, you know, where we come in. And if we want to go see what's normal, you know, usually in the month of March, we did this exercise last Friday. Usually in the month of March, we get about a little over 1,000 contracts signed in the month of March is what your target is usually for this time of year. So now let's go to the dashboard and let's go see what's going on. First thing is open houses, and this is really interesting. I did a search last week in open houses, and there was 1,671 open houses, and I was shocked. I actually didn't do the search beforehand, so I actually was looking at the number quite surprised. So let's do a search right now and see what's going on open houses wise, and 264. So yeah, so that finally, you know, hit home like we expected it to. 264 open houses, so everyone's clearly hunkering down. This is way, way, way down from 1,670 last Friday. So that's one big trend that we'll just tell you is going on right now. I'm sure buyers are that are actually out there, and opportunistic buyers that are just risking it and going for it. They're not seeing as many places on Sunday open houses. So hopefully everyone's isolating and let this pass for a little while, 3 weeks, and let's contain this, and then we can get back to business. You can always talk to your brokers and get stuff remotely. So call your agents and call the listing agent and get some information that way. So that's that. So now let's take a look at 1 week actives. How many listings are coming on the market? 10. Oh, that's with open houses. We'll take out open houses. 138 makes more sense. Okay, 138 listings came on last week. That is way, way, way down. Okay, so it's clear that new stuff coming on the market's way, way, way down. So we're going to see this temporary dislocation. You might as well rip the Band-Aid off and just accept it for what it is. We're going to have a temporary dislocation. I think everyone knows it. The whole world knows it. This is a human problem, a global problem. This is not a real estate specific problem. And the whole world's trying to tackle this problem. So we're not insulated by any means, and this is what's going on. Let's just report on it. 138 listings coming to market in the last week. That's very, very low. When I look at off market in the last week, 424. So, you know, that's popping up at a time usually when that doesn't, because usually things are selling during this time. So we got off market rising, we got inventory falling, we got demand starting to fall. That's the basically 3 trends. When I look at contracts signed over the last week, we still got 136. You know, 136. It's low, but people are signing deals. So I do expect this to go down because, I mean, it's starting to really hit home now. And this 136 is probably a function of some deals that were being negotiated a few weeks before. So look, the market's going to do what the market's going to want to do when it wants to do it. and we're just going to report on it. So we'll see where these numbers are next Friday and how it compares to where we are right now. In the meantime, everybody stay safe out there. I wish everybody well, and I hope that we can get through this in a very short matter and get back to business as usual. So thank you guys. This is Noah from Urban Digs, and we'll catch you again next Friday.